Hi everybody, Rad Mom here. Welcome back to the channel where there's been some spicy action in the comments section recently. People arguing over what counts as feminism, since apparently nobody knows anymore. Exploring this is a big part of the ongoing mission of my channel, so I thought, let's go back to basics. What is feminism? Our unwilling guide on today's little exercise is Shoe on Head, the often accidental feminist.
And believe it or not, as you'll see, a lot of people using these are women, and I will be one of them.
Because a lot of the time, from a female perspective, this stuff is just logic. This stuff is just common sense. And Shoe on Head is wrestling with this stuff as continued societal developments have forced some of us to ask uncomfortable questions.
About 7 years ago, I made a video about sex bots and defended them from radical feminist Megan Murphy, who said they were an objectification of women. As if she doesn't own several severed, battery-powered d***s in her nightstand. Let's be real.
The whataboutism dismissal of Megan Murphy addresses absolutely nothing.
But things have changed drastically since then. These things, these apps especially, are being pushed pretty hard onto the public. Again, seemingly ever since COVID. Goodbye loneliness. Subscribe now. The free market, baby. Let's go!
It didn't occur to you that capitalism might make a mess with this kind of thing?
Real doll with AI. The future of relationships and the end of feminism. Beware, feminist bitches.
Feminist bitches? And this is one of the hot takes you're gonna get in this video. I'm wondering if we haven't been giving our opposition free ammunition.
This hot sex doll powered by AI is already on the market. For just $7,000, you can have a companion with these benefits. No more restaurant dates, no more woke agenda, no more baggage, low maintenance. Seems like a deal? The comments were full of men like, women are over, women are obsolete, and full of women like, we didn't need you anyway, and just shoot me, kill me now, I hate this gender war shit. Mommy and daddy issues f***ing everywhere.
Way to oversimplify sex-based generational trauma there, Shu. Feminism should definitely be talking about this kind of stuff. I can think of a lot of reasons why women might want to lead the discussion in this area.
I don't think the feminists you're referring to are going to miss men much anyway. I think they checked out of men a very long time ago.
This is hot take number 2. Misandry is not feminism. First of all, it is male-centered. Secondly, it is counterproductive to antagonize at least half the world. And escalation in the battle of the sexes, which is undeniably going on at this point. Can we all please stop pretending that this isn't going on? Escalation of that hurts women.
And I don't think this would be the end of feminism as much as it would be the end of your bloodline.
This is why I'm gonna keep on watching her no matter what she says. She's funny as hell.
Oh, no more woke agenda is a funny one on here.
No agenda whatsoever.
Finally, a modest trad wife sex doll.
You know, it's like a snake eating its own tail, this weird philosophical vortex in which we all find ourselves, isn't it?
Again, every time the subject of sex bots comes up, it's like, oh, you women are over when we get Stacy Sucks a Lot 5,000. Oh, you men are over when we get Chad Thundercock. No, I don't think so. I actually think you're over. You're going to come in a plastic doll forever until you die. And honestly, what is the difference between doing that and hookup culture? You are using someone's body to masturbate. Might as well be a fake body.
And this statement illustrates the absurdity that is modern dating, hookup culture.
I think at the end of the day, all men and women want is for someone to be nice to them and to listen to their autistic rants about things that they like. But apparently it's easier to create complex artificial intelligence than to just teach men and women to get along.
Why is that?
It's extremely depressing that we've gotten to a point where people are just openly fantasizing about not needing the opposite sex.
It's depressing and it's telling. What does it say? We don't know because no one's really talking about any of this. She is accidentally feminist. Fairly often because she's a woman who thinks critically about stuff. What is feminism? Let's start there. Women thinking critically about stuff. It would seem that a lot of us end up sharing a similar perspective about many things.
Some people will tell you women and men are exactly the same. Some will tell you women and men are different, and one gender is superior than the other. But the truth is, men and women are different, but they're complementary, and that's a good thing.
A good thing for whom? I feel like we just veered off into the weeds here. Complementary, as I said in another video, is sort of a buzzword. It's, not a secular concept. And it's sort of strange and scary to me that I keep encountering this particular word, this particular concept, in apparently secular thought. Like, when did this happen?
So leadership in the home and in the church are sort of the sine qua non of complementarianism.
Women belong in the house just making babies. I used to hold that view.
And it's a pretty common view in a society that is based in Christian ideals and values to this day. I'm not Christian, and I'm not saying the shoe is either. But this is where these ideas come from.
Do you think complementarianism is so important to some people that they deny women more opportunities than the Bible denies them?
Well, at least he's honest about it, right?
What we would clarify is that God has, in fact, created men and women differently. They have a different mission.
Separate but equal, coming from a black man. The irony.
They have a different role. Husbands are to lead in the family. It doesn't mean that women can't lead. It doesn't mean that they aren't gifted to lead.
Okay, but where?
It just means that in God's economy, men are called to lead in the family. The same is true in the church.
Politics?
Is that the pastoral authority, biblically, belongs to men.
Well, that's convenient.
Women can't just exist to just get married and make babies. But that's ultimately where that extreme complementarian view goes to.
Says the voice of experience.
Now, we don't, again, doubt women's ability to teach or to lead. The giftedness can be the same, but God has his way, and he has called men to exercise pastoral authority in the church.
I think the Lord really truly used my experience with my horrible, bad pregnancies and almost dying with my first birth to really show me that that's not what I was created to do. And while some people would say, wow, you're not being a biblical wife, I would encourage you to press up against that.
I would encourage you to press up against the idea that the Bible is where you should be looking for answers, honey.
The answer would be clearly yes. There are people who would draw lines in places that they shouldn't be drawn, and we should just be constantly sensitive to what's the wise, loving application of the biblical clarity that we have for these situations, and we're going to probably make different judgments about that.
Yes, we are. Look how wishy-washy they get all of a sudden when it becomes what can women do as opposed to what women can't do.
We really, really, really need to come back to the scriptures as a whole and not take a single verse. Complementarians do this and egalitarians do this and take it out of context and apply it to all women in the church. We really need to look at the whole Bible as a whole.
It is not surprising to me that this young woman is having difficulty shoving her experience into this paradigm. She's struggled with this quite a bit, and these men are not interested in compromising with her.
When it comes to the office of the elder, the pastor, the overseer, whatever terminology you use, and all of those are found in the Bible, that is an office restricted to men. It is not, again, a sign that women are inferior. It is simply God's ordained, established government for the church. So a woman can do many things in the church, but she could not serve in the position of the elder, because the scriptures are quite clear that office is an office that God has restricted to men.
Oh, okay. It's not that there's anything wrong with you. You're just not allowed to be a leader. But it's not because there's anything wrong with you. No. It doesn't strongly imply that. And you see how glib they are with just, no. The Bible says. Some men wrote this down and then some other men are referencing this thing that they wrote. No. See, look, it says right there.
I said this a while ago on Twitter, and apparently, according to some YouTubers, I was canceled over it. I was unaware that I was canceled, but I thought that was rather funny.
Shuon Head actually right now is in trouble with Twitter. Men and women are completely different, but complementary, and that's a good thing. Shuon Head makes homophobic statement. Why do people think this is a dog whistle? Woe is me. And how is it homophobic? And then this guy responds with a Wikipedia article about heteronormativity.
Now, I did not mean it in a heteronormative way, or whatever the fuck.
She was speaking in a heteronormative way. Yeah. So am I. I am married with kids, and we're talking about the relations between men and women, which is a lot different if you're gay. I don't propose to speak on that because I am not. One of the key points about radical feminism is being critical of marriage and the nuclear family. Being critical of something doesn't necessarily mean rejecting it outright, never having enough experience with it to actually critique it, does it?
This wasn't about the gays. Gay men bring things into the lives of, like, women in their lives. Gay women bring things into the lives of the men in their lives. Men build society, women build people. Broad generalization, I know, but for the most part, it's true. And despite what the red pill or the rad femmes tell you, women and men make a great pair, and I think we've done great things together. And I just think it would be a shame if this bitch got in the way of that.
Not to mention, we need one another to continue the species. So unless you are a human abolitionist, we have to find a way to work this out. The battle of the sexes, which, can we please all stop pretending that that doesn't exist? It's a thing. It's a thing. And it's gotten brutal enough that even the most staunchly neutral feel compelled to join the fray in ways like this was sort of hidden in the middle of a video about sex bots. Shu does this fairly often where she will accidentally say some feminist stuff. And by feminist, I mean worrying for, you know, whether something in practice is going to help or hurt women. That's, you know, that should be the main concern. And we can debate what that means. But apparently nobody knows what the fuck feminism means. So I'm going to throw my hat into the ring and start there. Women thinking critically about whether or not something in practice is going to help or hurt us. Eh? How about that? Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. And join me at the top of the hour for the live stream and discussion where we can continue the debate and hopefully come to some clarity on what the hell feminism is anyway. Thanks a lot. I'll see you later. Bye.